at the Bash at the Beach, who will walk away the WCW World Heavyweight Champion?
The chosen one, baby!
All right!
I stuffed everybody through a table that was stupid enough to get near me! So Scott Steiner, come on down, pound him out. You know what that means? I'm 2-0.
Asia bombarded on the stage.
Where there's smoke, there's Vampiro.
I don't know who you paid off for dressing these black robes, but remember this well, brother. I finished off somebody who looked just like you.
Here's a special look at the outsiders.
We're not sentimental crap off.
Goldberg, why? Wait! Stop this! Don't let those two guys get near each other.
Now, you guys got one job to do tonight. Keep Goldberg away from that. We don't need you coming here making us there. Get the hell out of here, man.
All these wrestlers in the ring with Nash and Goldberg, and I just can't see any way to keep these two guys apart.
Goldberg caught him. It was his time.
Oh.
Big foot to Goldberg, and Goldberg goes down.
They fought a little bit tonight. They fight for real on Sunday.
Cat, what are you trying to do?
This is my show.
Oh, you trying to run things? Well,
yeah,
no, you ain't. Wait. You want some ratings?
Yeah.
I'll give you ratings. Let me retire Hulk Hogan's ass tonight. We ain't got to wait till Sunday.
Man, listen here. We need ratings right now. The only way we can do that by me kicking some butt all over
Oh,
TV.
Cat, listen, you are a nothing. I am the WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
Man, how can you call me a nothing? I'm a 3-time world karate champion,
Oh,
man.
listen,
we
Cat.
need karate on
Cat,
the show
I am the
tonight.
chosen one. I am the world champ. I don't know what you're thinking.
I tell you what, you want to be on the show tonight, chump? I'm going to put your ass on the show tonight. You hear me?
You better.
Watch and see.
You better.
WCW is out of control, but we like it like that. Welcome to TBS, and welcome to Thunder. And on this Wednesday night, the 5th of July, we are live in Columbus, Georgia, for 2 hours of World Championship Wrestling. 4 days removed from Master Lock Smash of the Beach. And count 'em, Mike Awesome, the Demon, Vampiro, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, everyone is out of control. And as we saw earlier today, so are the world champion and the commissioner, Mike, today.
Well, Jeff Jarrett claims to be the chosen one, the guy with all the stroke around here. But we also know that the Cat has plenty of power as the commissioner. I think that Jarrett may feel threatened by the Cat's clout, and we saw the friction that went down earlier today between those two.
Well, the Cat's a very smart man. He's doing a great job to get rating numbers. But I'll tell you something, there is a heavyweight champion of the world. And when this man talks, I believe he's the chosen one, and everyone should listen and give him the respect as being heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, he'll earn a lot of respect this Sunday if he can defeat Hogan, Hulk Hogan, and retain the WCW title.
Will it be a case of the fat lady singing, as Jeff Jarrett claims, in 4 days at Bash at the Beach when he goes one-on-one with Hogan for the title?
You gotta be very careful, Hogan. I've been around this man all my career. I've tried to beat him with my men. When he comes up for the big one, he's ready. Believe me, when Hogan gets ready for the big one, you can't stop him.
I am the chosen one.
Big-time players always do, Brain. That's a good
I am
point.
the man who single-handedly El Kabong standards and practices right out of WCW. But ever since that happened, ever since that incident, it seems like things have changed around here. Well, when I arrived here today, they told me that they didn't have time for the greatest WCW World Heavyweight Champion of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time.
That's going a little bit too
But
far.
you damn betcha, I made sure I got my time for you people to bask in the glory of the one that is the chosen one. Because tonight, I'm not gonna wait till Sunday. Tonight, I'm gonna invite the Hulkster, Terry Bollea, Hollywood, down to this ring, because I'm gonna retire his ass. I'm not gonna wait till Sunday. I'm gonna run him right out of WCW.
Well, as the world champion, he's making his own matches in the face of what the Cat said earlier today. How can that be?
The Cat has the last word. He's the boss.
I said it on Monday night.
Well, not only did he have the last word, he's going to have a word or two here.
Okay, cut my music off. Let me tell you something, Chosen One. When I say you were going to be on my show, this did not mean you going to come out here running your damn mouth.
Well, then get Hogan out here.
Listen, you're going to earn your meal ticket today. You're going to work tonight on the show. You're going to wrestle tonight in that damn ring.
I would love to run Hogan's ass off tonight.
Hey, no, listen, you don't book my show. I book my own damn show.
Wow. Cat means
Now,
business.
you're not going to get away with bringing your whole big fat-ass family out here like you did on Nitro. Tonight, we going to earn some ratings out of your ass, okay? Now, speaking of ratings, I'm gonna tell you something. The Cat, being the greatest commissioner of all time,
Well, we got the greatest world champion and the greatest commissioner of all time in the ring.
It's a stalemate.
You know, everybody here know I'm a badass karate guy.
Oh, there's no denying that.
So what I'm gonna do tonight to send the ratings through the roof, I'm gonna put on a karate demo for everybody in here.
Wow. What a treat.
That might be a treat.
A karate
I'm
demonstration.
gonna go out.
Cat, I could care less
Wait
what
a
you're
minute,
doing.
man.
Get
I'll
to
come
me.
back to you later. Shut up. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna find the baddest, the meanest guys around, and I'm gonna bring them in this ring, and I'm gonna show you people here just how bad I am.
I tell you, that could be good. Real good.
Now, I tell you what, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna book a tag team match tonight.
Get to the chosen one.
Wait a minute, I'm coming to you. I'm gonna book a tag team match tonight between Chris Kanyon, the franchise, against Booker T and Buff Bagwell.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Wait. Yo,
That is
shut
big
the
time
hell up
tag
out
team.
there. Get to the chosen one.
Okay, I'm coming to you right now. Now, the winner of this match, whoever catches the fall, whoever pinned the guy, put the guy back to the mat, 1, 2, 3, or go on to the main event tonight.
Okay.
And that main event will be against you, Jeff Jarrett. Your ass gonna get some ratings tonight.
Whoa.
So whoever win that match, they got a title match tonight against your ass.
Wow.
I tell you what, I'm gonna call Hulk Hogan tonight, and I'm gonna tell him, you may not be bringing that belt to the Bash at the Beach. Somebody might take it here tonight.
I'll be damn, Cat. You bring
man.
Hogan's ass here, and I'll be
somebody
I'll
hit
be
my
in 2
music.
matches.
Somebody hit my music.
The Cat has made it law. How about it?
It's never dull when the Cat's in charge, and the Cat strikes once again.
The Cat is going to have a karate demonstration, and then 4 guys could go on to face Jeff Jarrett tonight for the WCW title. Who will it be? Plus a 4 corners match tonight. We've got members of the Filthy Animals, the Disco Inferno and Rey Mysterio Jr., Lance Storm and Billy Kidman, the other 2 men in the 4 corners match. Mike Awesome tonight is going to face Rick Steiner one-on-one. How about that one? And we're going to see the return of the Demon as we saw on Monday, but this time he's got a hardcore match against the hardcore champion himself, Big Vito, here tonight, Mike, tonight.
Well, we're talking about Dale Torborg's alter ego, the Demon. Yes, he's back. And yes, he has Vampiro in 4 days at Bash at the Beach in a graveyard match, but he needs to maintain his focus because tonight he meets Big Vito for the hardcore title.
And speaking of the hardcore title, Johnny the Bull was in the hardcore title match coming up this Sunday at Bash at the Beach, but an injury put him down at the hands of Terry Funk, his own mentor.
Still sketchy details, but we understand that Johnny the Bull has suffered very severe internal injuries and he's going to be sidelined for several weeks.
And we'll talk about how that impacts the hardcore title match this Sunday. Speaking of impact, Bill Goldberg and Kevin Nash were told by WCW officials, do not show up to Thunder live this Wednesday here on Thunder Tonight because of what went down on Monday on Nitro. The next time they can show up will be together against each other this Sunday at Bash at the Beach for Scott Hall's contract.
Well, you're right about that, and I think they're so worried, the people here at WCW, what's going to happen between Kevin Nash and Bill Goldberg. When I pulled up here about 4 or 5 hours ago, I saw more police around this building, up each and every aisle, in the hallway. I felt I was at Shea Stadium watching Rocker pitch. They have to keep those two men apart. If they don't keep them apart, someone's going to be history.
Yeah, someone will get hurt before Bash to the Beach. We're going to go back and show you what happened earlier today in a tanning salon that is located within the confines of this building. Take a look.
Peeking again.
Dude, what's up, man? I found a couple tanning beds in this building. You gotta be rigging. 2 beds in this building.
In this building. You know what? That's great because I missed my tanning appointment this morning. You know we've got to look good on Thunder Tonight.
Yes, we do.
This has got to be my bed right here. Where's yours?
I got one right over there.
Chuck, I will see you in 20 minutes.
Right on, dude. You are my sunshine.
Okay, this
This
happened earlier. They wore their title belts in the tanning beds. Now that is Woody Kearse. Much maligned Woody Kearse. You've seen him on our programs. Look what he did.
He's locking them inside of the tanning bed.
That's dangerous stuff, and look at the smile on Kearse's face.
I remember a time when
Little payback maybe for what's gone down. He was dragged to the ring recently by these two men.
Okay, dude. The moment's missed.
That's Woody's revenge.
Let's see if this goes up to 11.
I want him tonight. I want his ass. Get the hell out. I don't know what in the hell he thinks. I want Hogan now.
Whoa, what? Wow. Speaking of out of control.
Knock that crap off, Canyon.
Positively, Canyon has banged another one here. But Mike, let's go back to this past Monday night.
Tag team matchup on Nitro. You see Conan distract the referee, and then the Disco Inferno tossed a chair into the ring. Yes, it was the Filthy Animals using interference, and we later found out that Tigress had diverted the Cat's attention during this matchup. Guys, while the Cat's away, the Filthy Animals are going to play by their own rules, that is, as we saw on Nitro.
And they're playing right now. There they are. Members of the Filthy Animals coming up. The Disco Inferno and Ray Jr. in this four-corner match where anyone can tag anyone anytime and come in. And the man, of course, that gets the pinfall will be the winner or the submission in this matchup. Now Jeff Jarrett is angry. Jeff Jarrett is out of control. Who will face Jeff Jarrett later tonight? And will Jeff Jarrett go on to Bash at the Beach and face Hogan this coming Sunday?
Well, it's a very scary thought. You know, Jeff Jarrett comes into the building, heavyweight champion of the world, asks a couple concessions, just some favors, that he should be granted as being world champion. And no, they're going to make him wrestle again tonight before he meets Hogan at the Bash at the Beach. I don't think that's fair for him not to know who his opponent is when he's asked for Hogan tonight.
Yeah, that's the key. This heat between the Cat and Jeff Jarrett has put Jarrett in a bad position. Until that tag team match is over later tonight, he has no idea who he has to defend the world's heavyweight title against later in this broadcast.
And that makes a big difference when you're a champion. It makes a big difference when you don't know who your opponent is.
Speaking of no idea, we have no idea how long or if they are still in their tanning beds. The World Tag Team Champions. We're talking about Palumbo and Stasiak, the perfect event, but now we see the Filthy Animals get Lance Storm as he gets his entrance, and Billy Kidman has not arrived as of yet.
And who knows how long they've been in those tanning beds. We may have to identify them with dental records.
Filthy Animals have jump-started this matchup using double-team tactics against Lance Storm. You know, I was actually interested in seeing Disco against Rey Mysterio Jr. in this Four Corners matchup, and now Kidman hits the ring.
I don't know if we're going to get that far. We're going to see that the bell finally sounds when Kidman comes in, but the Filthy Animals had taken the advantage here. Bash at the Beach is coming up in a mere 4 days. It is our Midsummer Spectacular. There's one pay-per-view event that you see per year. Bash at the Beach will be the one. Will Scott Hall be able to come back? Will Kevin Nash get his contract. If he gets it, he must go through a killer, a machine in Goldberg. What a violent confrontation that's going to be. Good move by Kidman that time, sending Lance Storm in, and Lance Storm ducks low, and a back elbow caught Kidman squarely on the jaw that time.
These guys have been very impressive as tag team partners for the past week or so, but now going one-on-one, the roll-up by Kidman in a 2 count.
Lance Storm and Kidman are going at it, something I don't think we're going to see Disco. And they are trying to win the match, and Rey Mysterio do. Good bridge out. Boy, this is classic wrestling right here. Fundamentally sound, both men. Backslide, got a 2. Kidman ducks low from that lariat. Standing switch by Storm. Pair of back elbows, knocked him loose. And Rey with a cheap shot on the outside.
Yeah, speaking cheap shots,
wow.
look at that one.
Wow.
Disco with the clothesline, and look at that. Kidman and Storm just bumped heads.
Well, that's what we need more of. Sure, there was great wrestling moves in there. Sure, they were switching off back and forth. But you need a thumb in the eye. You need a little hair in your hand. You need a bit of a guy's trunks to pull.
A little hair in your hand is what you said, okay.
Sure, that's pulling down by his head.
A back elbow, Lance Storm being double teamed, and there's a Russian leg sweep by the Disco Inferno.
Think I'm talking armpit?
You know, it doesn't matter what the Disco Inferno wears as ring attire. Wow, look at that one. Wears his ring attire or what he says or who he lines himself with. He is never going to be hip. He's never going to be cool. He's always going to be out of place. But that does not stop him. There's a great move by Rey Jr. collided with Lance Storm.
Not going to stop him because he's the Disco Inferno. Yeah, while this is every man for himself, we have seen great strategy by the Filthy Animals.
Well, they've worked as a team, but this is a 4-corner match. That will stop the old Bronco Buster each and every time.
Stop a lot of things.
Yes, it will. And was a tag made to the Disco Inferno or not? I do believe it was. Disco trying to help out Rey. Inside cradle, 1, 2, and Rey almost pinned his partner. I didn't think we'd see this.
Well, it's always a possibility in a 4 corners match. We saw it earlier with the former tag partners in Kidman and Storm, and now there's problems between Mysterio and Disco.
Oh, DDT. Rey Jr. doing the right thing, trying to win the match, and why not try to show up the one sore thumb in the whole Filthy Animal group. Lance Storm is tagging himself in. He comes up top, and he collides with the Disco Inferno. 1. No, it's a save that time. How about that?
Barely saved him, too, but he had to make that save. Storm had him wrapped up. He was going in for the pin.
Yeah, Rey is a show athlete. The years we've seen him in WCW, he amazes us each and every time. He pounds Lance Storm, who is caught on the ropes here, Mike, and now Rey's up again. Oh, my God!
Wow, what an athlete. Off the top with the leg drop, and Mysterio was on target.
Cover 1, 2, and Billy Kidman pulls Rey away.
Had he not made that save, he'd have had him for the 3 count.
That's right, Billy Kidman ahead of steam. Rey ducked. Great agility by Rey Mysterio fighting off Billy Kidman from the turnbuckle pads. Perched up tall. He powerbombed him out of that. 1, 2. And the Disco Inferno made the save. We've seen some spectacular moves from all 4 men here. The Disco Inferno kicks to the midsection. It's a pile driver. That's it, he says. 1, 2. That's not it. Lance Storm was able to regroup and make the save.
It's what this matchup is all about. Everybody looking out for themselves in this bout. Now it's Lance Storm and Disco in the ring.
Look at that roll through.
What a great move.
That rolling half crab is that submission. That was a tap out. That's over. Lance Storm wins this thing.
He's impressive.
The latest of a great group of athletes that come from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Storm wins the 4 corners match.
But what was Kidman coming in to do? He put the brakes on.
Buff Bagwell, Booker T. Tonight, the 2 of you are going to tag up to face Positively Canyon and the franchise, Shane Douglas. Whoever gets the pinfall tonight, later on in the show, gets an opportunity to face Jeff Jarrett and a shot at the WCW World Heavyweight Title.
Mean Gene, I cannot think of a better way than to go into the Bash of the Beach with the WCW World Heavyweight Title right around my waist. So whoever gets that cover tonight, which by the way is going to be me, no offense, Book, is going to be me going in to the Bash at the Beach as a World Heavyweight Champion. I can't wait. I need to get ready. Good luck tonight, Book. Good luck, man. Best man get the cover.
Yeah, all right, man.
Good luck.
Yeah. This guy's here. You know, Gene, I find so many guys in this business having much success writing books, you know. So I thought I'd write my own. I thought I'd be a first-time author. You want to hear it?
You bet I do.
It's called Positively Canyon's Greatest Moments. Does he have any? I think not. But we're going to get past that anyway. Chapter 1, Canyon sucks. Chapter 2, Canyon still sucks. Chapter 3, guess what? Canyon sucks again. But let us not forget Chapter 4. This Sunday, Bash at the Beat, Canyon craps his pants like a little baby. And I know you can dig that, G.
We're back where they should be extra crispy. We're looking live right now.
Not cool. Not cool at all. Oh. Coach. Yeah. Get him out of there. Get him out of there, man. Get my man out of there. Oh.
That's trainer Danny
I
Young.
don't know who did this, but someone's going to pay for this, I swear to you.
In his
I know
shirt.
the boys back there ribbed us. They got heat with me now. This is not cool at all.
I think it's one of the boys. I saw Woody sneaking around there.
Woody?
Yeah, Woody.
He just stooched off Woody. Oh no, and the perfect event's on the warpath. Let's go back to Monday night. We talked about the cat in training, and we know exactly who he's going to train with because of what went down on Monday night. It didn't look good for the Young Dragons, but they are really talented guys, Mike.
Well, they really are, Tony. It was 3 count in the Young Dragons till Big Tank Abbott came to the ring and KO'd Yang with that devastating right hand. Tank Abbott loves 3 count, and Tank's right hand allowed them to gain the win. But then after the match, the Cat had a proposition for the Dragons. I wonder what was on the mind of the commissioner, this man, the Cat.
Well, the Cat thought he was getting a little soft as commissioner, so he said he's going to use these guys to make him his best, these guys being the Young Dragons. So we're going to have a karate demonstration here, an exhibition, so to speak, little training session for the commissioner to get back in shape. Let's not forget, and he will not let you forget, that he is former 3-time world karate champion. And I want to tell you, the man can perform in the ring in karate tournament fighting. There's no denying that.
Now, I'm going to demonstrate to you people just how bad I am. I'm going to call these mean, tough guys out here. Now, if you people don't shut up when I finish with these bars, I'll take it out on you people.
He will.
Come on out here, bars.
Boy, he is a hothead, there's no question. And, you know, let me get this in briefly. Somewhere in the back, the perfect event, looking like 2 lobsters, and I mean beadbread, rather than the shirt of Danny Young himself, are looking for Woody Kearse.
Stasiak and Palumbo, well done.
And here are the Young Dragons. Jamie Son with the mask on, Yang and
Okay, boys,
Kaz.
now we're going to do this thing nice and slow because I want to show all my fans out there just how great I am. I got the big...
How great he is. Well, if he wants to get in shape, I guess it's the best thing to do. Go right at him.
Oh! Sensational spin kick that time by Kaz took the commissioner down. I thought this was a great move on the part of the Cat. He's been spending so much time in his role as commissioner that maybe he's lost a little edge in the ring. What a front kick.
And then a guillotine leg drop. I don't know if that's karate fighting or not, but Jamie Son used it, and he sends the Cat down to the top turnbuckle pad. Look at this, Yang with a wild
Great
shot.
move. That's a great move by Cat. He's got to
Hey,
clear the
man, what the
cobwebs.
hell wrong with you guys? This is a demonstration. This is my show.
Yep.
You guys supposed to show me respect. Now show me your respect.
What does he mean by that? This is a demonstration. He demonstrated that they can kick his tail, all 3 of them, if they want. No ceremonial bow. Oh, please.
It don't take the Cat long.
Oh, come on. That's getting in shape. I guess we should have known. And Yang with a kidney punch that time. Look at these thrust, and then to the throat now. A double thrust that time by the Cat.
It was a great double cross chop by the Cat, but then we saw Jamie Son go to the top and hit the drop kick.
Leg sweep to take down Yang. Kaz Hayashi into the gut. They are giving him a fight. And we assume this is what he wanted. Oh! He's got the form of the claw hold on.
That's the groin claw.
The groin claw. Very well said, Mike. And Yang showing his athletic ability. Look at that.
Oh, look at that,
Look
right.
at that standing side kick. The cat, Ernest Miller. Great extension of the leg that time, and White Yang right out.
This cat, you gotta give him credit. He was attacked by those three
Okay,
men.
y'all, take it easy now. That's all. Come on this ring. Come on in here.
That's all. Does that mean it's
Get
over?
your asses in the ring. Come on.
He's calling him back
Take
in the
it
ring.
easy. It's over with. Come on, give these bars a hand. Come on.
Give him a hand. Look, he gave one of them a
These
hand with
bars
a
are great.
claw hold.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, Mike Tyson, you want some? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. You just look like Mike Tyson.
Oh, please.
Ma'am?
Here's my music. I want to dance for you, boy.
So the workout is over, the demonstration, and it's very clear that the cat needed some illegal tactics to get an advantage. Wonder what's going through the mind of the young dragon in the service of the cat.
You think it's funny playing games? Look what you did to us today. Yeah, you think it's, you laugh all you want because tonight you get your wish. Tonight on national television in front of the world. Yes, you can bring your man boy butt to the ring, or we'll come back and get you and drag you to the ring. How about that, Goofy?
All right, I'll come out there. You just be out there.
You're a dead man, then, goofball.
You better bring an army, because I'm ready for you.
An army. You're the one that's going to need an army. You're a finished, dude.
I haven't had that much fun in a long time. Man, I feel so good. Man, you guys keep me on my toes. I tell you what, you guys did such a good job. Here, take all of it, man. Here, take all of it. You guys keep me on my toes. That's great, baby. I had a good time. I'm a bad man. Let me get out of here.
Well, they got a payoff at least, and they're excited about that. I guess this is just the beginning. What about what happened to Asia Monday night before the show, Mike?
Well, an incident there where the pyro went off, and that caused the return of the Demon to World Championship Wrestling. He used the love gun, and he defeated Vampiro Monday on Nitro.
That was definitely his biggest win of his career, but he wasn't thinking about a win, Brain. He was thinking about what happened to his fiancée earlier, and obviously it was the work of Vampiro. This is for the WCW Hardcore title, and there's the Hardcore champion.
Who am I beating up, huh? What's his name? Where is he? Huh? Yeah, I got him right here, huh?
He's looking for the Demon. Remember, the object is to fight in the back, to start in the back and fight your way to the arena. And the arena is full of many hardcore items. And look at the Demon go. This is really the Demon. Face paint, the character, and the mental state as well, Mike.
We had questioned whether the Demon would have focus prior to Bash at the Beach and the matchup against Vampiro, but he's already outsmarted Big Vito once, and the battle is on. Remember the new hardcore rules, Tony. They're going to start in the back, but they're going to finish in the ring.
They may not make it to the ring.
Coming up this Sunday, Demon in a graveyard match against Vampiro. Would he look past a Big Vito? One would think not. The object is to beat your opponent somewhere in some graveyard, throw him in a grave, and throw dirt on top of it.
Yeah, anything goes in that graveyard match Sunday at Bash at the Beach. Bury him in the grave and then cover him with dirt to win.
They're going to fill in the whole hole. Believe me. These men are ready for each other.
Yes, they really are, Brain, and there's something else to the hardcore story that we need to talk about. Of course, the Demon could go on as the hardcore champion after this encounter here tonight. But the fact is that coming up Sunday, it's now not Johnny the Bull, it's Terry Funk in the hardcore title match against Big Vito, Mike.
Do you think that Terry Funk had this in mind all along, this tutoring of Johnny the Bull, or was it just a coincidence that Terry Funk injured Johnny the Bull so severely Monday on Nitro that he steps into the title bout?
Well, you know, Brian, we talked about that. He really pummeled the young man, Johnny the Bull. Was it a lesson, or was it a reason behind what Terry Funk did?
Well, you know, everybody thinks Terry Funk is an old, crazy, tough guy.
And he is.
And he is, but he's not as crazy as he wants people to think he is. He knows how to make a point. He knows what he's doing all the time. The man, former world heavyweight champion, the man plots constantly. He wouldn't have survived this long in this industry unless he knew what he was doing.
And now Big Vito still with the hardcore belt on, pummeling the Demon. The Demon has to draw within. He has to come up with the anger, with the emotion that Vampiro drove him to Monday to get the win. And no! Using the trash can lid across the midsection, the groin area there of the Demon.
There's a ball bat. Somebody should pick it up and start using it.
Among other weapons, as we see Big Vito now take a piece of plywood. Now what's he up to?
He's not going to do any ironing.
Because of what happened to Johnny the Bull, like you talked about at the top of the program, we know how dangerous hardcore is. We know anyway, Mike, today how dangerous it is. You can see it, what these guys will do, what they'll put their bodies through to thrive to win in the hardcore division. That's one of the reasons, the main reason, Big Vito has been so successful in a short span.
Oh, an absolute natural since gaining that WCW hardcore title and retaining it on several occasions, and the Demon just turned the tide.
The Demon, Dale Crowbar, getting fired up here. Into the midsection, into the side of the rib cage here of Big Vito. There's another double underhook here. Let's see what he's going to do. A pickup.
Dropped him on the back of his neck.
Nice job there with the butterfly suplex. Took him over. Guys, with the win here, a lot of people would speculate that the Demon has arrived in WCW. Coming off the win against Vampiro. Has he moved up to the top echelon of World Championship Wrestling? He would with a win. Here's the hook of the leg.
1, 2, and oh, he almost beat him.
Well, Mike, I don't know how he's moving up, but he's making good time. And a lot of people are talking about him. He's in there right now. He's here on WCW. You can't get much better than that.
Well, you can, I was going to say you can paint your face all you want, but you got to perform in the ring. There's another one, almost beat him again. And Big Vito nearly escaped, but lurking down the aisleway is another man with paint on his face. Truly the most demented, the most dangerous, the most bizarre figure that we have seen in WCW in many years. Vampiro with a shovel. The Demon ducks. The Demon drop kicks Big Vito down into the chair.
You know why he's got that shovel? You know exactly why.
I think we all know why.
Oh, the Demon knows why.
The freak from the dark side just connected. He broke that shovel over the back of the Demon.
Right in front of the referee. Well, it's a hardcore match. The referee's got to let this go on. But the Demon's been wiped out.
No disqualification in that match. I guess it's legal.
Of course it is. Look, the referee looking on. And there goes Vampiro.
Easy pickings now.
The Demon's knocked unconscious.
He is out. Big Vito's going to win this with ease.
You can count to 500.
And Vampiro has the microphone. Stay away from us. You are one sick guy. Please. Man, you just don't know what this guy's going to do.
And he's not done yet.
He sets people on fire. He tries to ruin their lives. He's ruined many lives.
Listen to him. Listen to this sick man.
Tonight, I let you live. But Sunday night, it's done.
Sunday night is the graveyard match.
Bash at the beach.
What type of bizarre, twisted mind plan does this man have? Vampiro and the Demon in 4 days.
This Sunday at the Bash at the Beach, Mike Awesome, you're going to have to contend with the likes of Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. However, from what I hear, Rick Steiner heard what you said about his brother Scott. As a result, tonight, you're going to be facing Rick Steiner.
Now, as far as Rick Steiner goes, what makes you think he can beat me, the career killer? After all, I'm 2-0 against his brother Scott, and everyone saw what I did.
Whoa, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? 2-0?
Yeah.
Big Papa Pump wasn't even in the building this past Monday night.
Gene, you must be getting senile at your old age.
What is this, Ben?
I mean, come on. I've even got video proof that shows that I beat him this past Monday.
Well, let's see it.
Well, roll it.
Okay, wait a minute now. This doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I'm calling him out. He won't come.
It obviously has been doctored. See there?
No, it hasn't been doctored. Those guys in production are just messing up on reviewing it. That's all.
No. That isn't even the same tape. I remember that. Scott Steiner was suspended. That is bogus all the way.
Gene, like I said, you must be getting senile
that
because
tells me nothing.
Nah, yeah, it does. Look, right there. You see, I'm 2-0. 2-0 against Scott Steiner. And later on tonight, I'm going to put the choke chain on that chump brother of his, Rick Steiner. How do you like that, huh? Later.
What a freaking mullet.
Hey, I heard that. I ain't no damn mullet.
You weaken the neck. Yeah. I'll give him the Canyon Cutter. 1, 2, 3.
No, Canyon. I think you've been getting the Canyon Cutter over enough. How about you hit the Canyon Cutter, tag me in, Pittsburgh Plunge, 1, 2, 3.
That's fine. I'm gonna hit the Canyon Cutter. 1, 2, 3. I'll tag you in, hit the plunge.
Pittsburgh Plunge, get it straight, okay? What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
We're going to show you what is the sorry story with the perfect event for old Woody Kearse. Mike, today.
Well, there we saw the head of Woody Kearse being shaved, but Woody had a little revenge when he turned Chronic loose on the perfect event 2 weeks ago on this program. And then it was 2 weeks ago on Nitro when he had Tank Abbott come into the TV truck, and Tank Abbott took care of the tag team champions perfect event. Then last Wednesday on this program, the tag champ Stasiak and Palumbo brought Woody Kearse to the ring, but believe it or not, Woody had a little backup because the Misfits in Action came out and covered for him.
Yeah, they covered for him, but now they have made the challenge, and here they come. Your World Tag Team Champions. Fresh out of the tanning bed. I mean, fresh out of the tanning bed.
If you ever slap him on the back and say, hey, thanks for coming.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Oh, we've all been there with a sunburn, Tony. But I don't know about to this level.
Are they red? 2 killer tomatoes.
So, you know.
That hurts to even look at.
Hey, Woody, you little television production puke. Bring your skinny, ball-headed, redneck carcass out here right now.
Speaking about redneck.
Yeah, sunburn or not, in this event, we're gonna smoke you with perfection.
You know, they are so covered with sunburn, it may be somewhat of an even battle, but here it comes. Albany, Georgia's own Woody Kearse.
Oh, somebody feed him.
Woody, are you sure?
I want to tell you.
No. That is attractive.
The worm that ate Columbus.
Our production staff at its finest. That's right out of the movie Deliverance.
Where's your army? Oh, I must be in misinformed then, because it's 419. Here's my army.
Woody may not be big, but he's bright.
He sure is. They said, bring your army. And what a soldier he has for his army here, Mike.
It's one half of Chronic. It's Big Brian Adams, and I asked him earlier today where Brian Clark was at, and all Adams told me was the last time we saw Clark was 420 on the 4th of July.
So now they're going to hammer on Brian Adams without Brian Clark. And of course, it would behoove the World Tag Team Champions to double team and drag this man down, even though they want to get to Woody Kearse as badly, because to keep him down, to maybe injure this man, would give them an added advantage coming up for the World Tag Team title this Sunday at Bash at the Beach. And now, you can imagine when Adams nails these guys, how much more it hurts because of the sunburn.
Yeah, they're putting those shirts on, but I don't think they're giving them much protection.
But Woody's over there slapping them every time they come into the corner.
90 pounds soaking wet, waiting on the outside.
And did you see when they took the tag belts off? They were wearing the tag belts the whole time in the tanning bed.
They got the shape of the belts on their midsection, right?
Well, what's wrong with that? They wear them out to dinner, they wear them to bed. Why not wear them in the tanning
They
bed?
apparently do, but maybe the new team wearing it will be Chronic this coming Sunday. But then again, maybe not. Maybe we've underestimated the perfect event. They have been shown up many times. Look, here slapping at Chuck Palumbo. We want Woody. Can you believe you would ever hear that? But some fans are chanting, we want Woody. Well, we are in his home state, not too far from his hometown of Albany.
You're going to get Woody.
And Woody was coming.
Slap on the back.
Slaps him on the back. And helps.
A double slap on the back.
Helps Big Brian Adams.
Oh. Those knife-edge chops have to be so punishing with that sunburn. Oh.
That hurts me.
Kearse again. Slaps the back while Brian Adams is just decimating these two men.
Well, think about it, guys. With those two guys at a real bad sunburn, this could even the fight, maybe.
I believe so. To the side of the head. Down goes Stasiak, and now Palumbo. Stasiak gets up in the corner to the other side. Palumbo sending Adams in. Full Nelson. Up and down. Oh, what raw power that is.
Great strength, and he also just slammed him to the mat right on that sunburn.
With a sunburn.
On the outside goes Palumbo, and now Stasiak. Well, Woody Kearse waits on the outside. They're chanting Woody's name again. And Woody's going to help out. It's Woody Kearse.
You got to call AAA.
With the high dive. Yes! How about that?
And Brian Adams is motioning for Woody Kearse to make the cover.
And it's going down.
I don't believe it.
Just when you think you've seen everything.
I tell you guys, I believe it. I believe Woody was the guy playing the guitar on the porch during the movie Deliverance. Has to be.
That is a thunder moment. And that is a clear-cut message to the World Tag Team Champions. They were beaten by a road person. Wait a minute now. Oh, look at this. Oh!
What do you think we're doing here? What do you think?
Terry Funk never saw it coming.
Steiner Express is coming through. I'm getting tired of everybody here.
Yeah, he leaves the building after he hit and he runs in Big Vito. Let's go back to last Wednesday as Canyon obliterates Buff Bagwell.
The attack from behind by Canyon on Bagwell, and then it was Monday on Nitro when Booker T hit the bookend and ended up with the pinfall win over the franchise 48 hours ago.
Of course, and then Mr. Cheap Shot, positively Canyon comes in. Canyon and Booker will go at it one-on-one. Buff Bagwell and the franchise will go at it one-on-one in two very different but very physical single matchups coming up this Sunday at Bash at the Beach. By the way, our fans in Daytona Beach, the event will be, of course, at the Ocean Center this Sunday. Tickets are available at the box office and all usual ticket locations. And a reminder, next Tuesday, the 11th of July, it's Thunder and a Thunder taping for air on next Wednesday in Charleston, South Carolina at the North Charleston Coliseum. Our fans in Charleston, we'll see you there next Tuesday. We'll give you some other big dates for Thunder coming up in the remainder of July on into August a little bit later on. But now, the winner of this one matchup, the one man who gets the pin, the one man who gets the submission hold brand, will go on to face Jeff Jarrett for the WCW title here tonight on this program.
Yeah, I wonder what's going through Jarrett's mind right now. You know, he's a consummate athlete. He's a professional. He's a world's champion. But when you don't know who your opponent is, it's really hard to mentally prepare yourself. Physically, the man's ready, but mentally, you need that edge.
And remember, this is the brainstorm of our commissioner, the Cat. This was his idea to put these four men together in this tag team match where the winner of the fall gets a shot at Jarrett and the world's title tonight on Thunder.
For as bogus of an entrance as positively Canyon just had, this is quite an exciting entrance in itself. Buff Daddy, looking as only he could look. Coming in, the man screaming. Almost like in a rock concert, and then the ceremonial Buff machine gun shot of Pyro as Buff Daddy makes his way to the ring.
I'll tell you who's going to win this one.
I'm so sad.
I'm all ears.
It's going to be the franchise.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because he's been stirring a lot of trouble in the back in the last couple of months. He's been stirring a lot of things up. And that's what he's going to do in this match. He's going to make it work for himself. He's going to stir a whole bunch of stuff up until it's just right for the franchise, and he's going to take advantage of it.
Well, there's three other individuals in this matchup that have a different opinion than you, Bobby the Brain Heenan, including this man, Booker T.
All four individuals in single matchups against each other, as you heard us say moments ago, coming up this Sunday, 4 days at Master Lock Bash at the Beach. Therefore, the winner will go on to face Jeff Jarrett. If the one man who wins this match defeats Jeff Jarrett, that man will go on to face Hogan at Bash at the Beach. That man would have to pull double duty. All four men would have it no other way. Becoming the WCW champion is the goal. for every man. Will it be Canyon? Will it be Booker T? Will it be Buff? Will it be the franchise?
Think about this, guys. Wherever Hogan is right now, you know he's watching.
And so is Jeff Jarrett, the world champion, watching right now.
That's what I was going to say. And they have to, because they want to know where they stand. What is going on?
A very interested observer was Jeff Jarrett backstage because he will defend the world's title tonight against the winner of the Fall in this tag match.
Little teamwork by Buff Bagwell there and Booker T, but when it gets down to time, when it gets to the fourth quarter gut check time, you know it's every man for himself. Positively, Canyon runs in to a hard foot that time by Booker T. Oh, wow, the Harlem sidekick, spinning, taking Canyon down.
Little preview of what we're going to see Sunday at Bash at the Beach with these two, Brain.
You know, you can see people's bodies fluctuate. I got to put on 5, 10 pounds. He'll lose 5 or 10. Oh! But Booker never changes. The man is always in great shape.
That is hard work and dedication. There's been a tag man. I don't believe there's any tag at all.
Look at the franchise. He's starring right now.
Does there even have to be a tag made? Well, franchise, if he wants to go on to vie for the World Heavyweight title, needs to get back up on the apron.
He must have some kind of game plan in mind, the way he dropped down to the arena floor. I wonder if he's trying to pick his spot at a certain point in this match.
Cross body by Buff. Yeah, the franchise is an opportunist. We have seen that. He is very, very savvy, very sly. 1, 2, got a 2 count.
Did you see that? The way he thought he might make his way into the ring to break up the pin if it got to 2. He's thinking all the time.
Sending positively Canyon in with that bogus hairpiece that he's gone on in a DDT that time by Buff Bagwell.
You don't think anybody had real hair like that, do you?
The winner gets a shot at Jeff Jarrett on this program. Buff making it very personal. Look at the franchise again, Mike, today. Trying to get his opportunity. There it was. He got a knee to the back of Buff Bagwell, and it's turned the tide with Canyon watching the leg sweep. And a good move. Canyon go in the thing. 1, 2, and a kick out.
And how about this? Canyon extends the hand in the franchise.
I'm telling you guys.
He didn't tag in.
I'm telling you.
Why would he not come in with Buff down? Canyon talked earlier about the neck. Here's a roll-up. Buff up. Oh, almost won the thing there. The injury to the franchise that he wasn't 100%. But they talked about softening him up for the Canyon. I'm not going to call it the Canyon cutter. That bogus move he uses. Soften him up for the Pittsburgh plunge. Great swinging neck breaker applied by Canyon. Now let's see.
He's going to try and make the tag again.
Big extension now. Oh, Canyon won't make the tag. I guess he wanted to make sure that Buff was firmly down on the mat before he got in there. The franchise wants a clean sweep, a clean road, a path right to his opponent. So much on the line in this one matchup for all 4 men here on Thunder.
And so much on the line for Jarrett and Hogan also.
You're not kidding, Brain. Good move by Buff. That 263 comes down on top of Canyon. He's not done. This could be the blockbuster. And if he connects, it could be over.
Is Bagwell going to get a shot at Jarrett tonight for the title? There it is. There's the blockbuster.
He's got it.
Sends a message toward the franchise. 1, 2. The franchise makes a save. The franchise dumps Buff out. And Booker T just tanked himself in. The franchise and Buff on the floor.
Can you tag yourself in?
Well, of course you can. You got to pick up.
Oh, there's the bookend.
The bookend put Canyon down. 1, 2, 3.
What a bookend. He's got the title shot tonight on Thunder.
Booker's going on.
Well, I bet Jarrett's beside himself.
It's going to be Booker T and Jarrett for the WCW title tonight. Buff was caught on the floor, and he knows it.
This is great.
Oh, good handshake.
Well, Buff is doing his stuff right now.
He knows he's got his arch enemy, the franchise, this Sunday. For now, for Buff, that's good enough for him as he helps Booker T celebrate Booker T and Jeff Jarrett later on tonight.
Misfits, let me remind you that this Sunday at Bash at the Beach, Lieutenant Loco, you will defend the Cruiserweight Championship against the Juice. But tonight, the battle plan is simply this. Major Guns, Lieutenant Loco, you will enter that ring and engage in battle with Hoovy and Tigress. Do you understand your mission?
Yes, sir.
Bash at the Beach, 4 days out for the WCW title. It's Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and Jeff Jarrett. That's, of course, if Jarrett survives tonight. But it will be Hogan Chud, becoming world champion once again. Here's a look at their matchup coming up in 4 days.
The immortal Hulk Hogan was stretchered out of the ring the last time he faced yours truly, never to be seen or heard from again. I've been interviewing the biggest, the fattest, the most disgusting women to accompany me to ringside at Bash at the Beach. And whoever wins, well, they're gonna have the distinct privilege of singing Hollywood Hogan straight out of the squared circle and straight into oblivion. At Bash at the Beach, Hollywood Hogan is finished. The fat lady's gonna sing when the chosen one gets the 1, 2, 3.
Back on TBS, before we go to the ring, we're looking live outside and Crowbar's arrived here. Last time we saw him, he was power bombed by Awesome, thrown into ambulance, and framed for Daphne's haircut. Now, what's she doing?
Stalking him.
Well, I don't know.
She tailing him?
That's Rick Steiner's dressing room. Mike Awesome. What's he doing? What in the world is the career killer up to now?
It's Rick Steiner's glasses.
That's what he wears to the ring. What is that? Fans, I don't know what to make of that. We're gonna follow this story, but right now we gotta go. We gotta go to the ring. Something smells in the back. And we're out in the arena. Awesome caught on camera going through Steiner's locker. He and Steiner to go at each other one-on-one later tonight.
What was he up to back there? Any idea what that was that he was spraying on the sunglasses?
How would I know that? I'm sitting here next to you.
Did you see the way he reacted, though? The way he pulled his fingers away so quickly from the glasses? That was odd.
Probably sticky.
Mixed tag match. Yeah, maybe glued him. Mixed tag match where Major Guns and the Cruiserweight champ, Lieutenant Loco, will face Juventud Guerrera and Tigress of the Filthy Animals in a mixed tag. And let's not forget, as we heard from the huddle from MIA earlier, Lieutenant Loco will defend that Cruiserweight belt against the Juice Man, Juventud Guerrera, this Sunday. An added match coming up at Bash at the Beach.
Yeah, the latest chapter in this ongoing rivalry with the Misfits in action and the Filthy Animals. And the Cruiserweight title is at stake in 4 days at Bash at the Beach, presented by Master Lock.
Lieutenant Loco's been a great Cruiserweight champion, and you see the battle scars he's had.
Looks like Hoopy's wearing seat covers from a 69 Pinto.
Only you could say that, Brain, and well, you're right. Oh, backbreaker. Tilt-the-world backbreaker was by Lieutenant Loco.
Look at that, he almost tilt-a-whirled him right out of his pajamas.
His seat covers.
Whatever, his ring time into the neutral corner. And Juventud Guerrera with a big splash that missed and a pickup by Lieutenant Loco. And now,
Did you hear that?
Yes, and we saw that as well. Oh!
Slapped him almost out of his pants.
Another tilt-the-world backbreaker. And Loco having a good time, and a tag to the devilish one herself, Tigress.
Now what's Loco gonna do?
Knock her out.
Or is he gonna turn things over to Major Guns?
We know what she'll do to help her team win. We saw it on Monday.
Bombs away.
Major Guns.
Boom, 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 boom.
Telling Tigress.
That's the heavy artillery, isn't it?
Come get me. Oh, wait a minute. She tagged out.
Smart move.
And what's Major Guns going to do? She's going to unfurl the hip. Oh! Oh, boy. Juventud. Oh, come on now. Oh, she got it. Second time was a winner. And Juventud reeling, and now here comes Tigress. I want to tell you, Tigress has a temper. She will get mixing right up.
Does she ever?
She is the queen of trash talk is what she is.
Lieutenant Loco and Hoovy both in the ring, both cheering him on, and we do have a cat fight.
Let him go, let him go. Let the fur fly, guys.
And the guys are pulling him apart. Come on now. Come on, let him go. Oh, yeah. They can't hold him back.
Headbutt. Did you see that?
She's going to try to slam her. And by golly, she did.
I'd like to see that from another angle.
And Juventud trying to slam Major Guns. It enables Lieutenant Loco. Oh! Great move. He tells Major to cover him. Well, cover him now.
Oh, Tigress from outside just tripped Guns.
And Tigress on top of Major Guns, and Lieutenant Loco trying to pull the Vixen off. Oh, it looks like Major Guns is hurt.
Hoovie's got the belt in his hand.
Yes, he wiped out Loco with that cruiserweight belt. 1, 2, 3.
He got him.
And he beat him.
And if he does that Sunday at Bash at the Beach, we'll have a new cruiserweight champion.
He just pinned the cruiserweight champion, hit him with that gold belt, the cruiserweight belt, right on that cut of his, on his forehead, right above the eye. In 4 days, Lieutenant Loco and Juventud one-on-one for the cruiserweight title. Will it be a different story, or will the title go to the filthy animal? Juventud's got the belt in his clutches. Hopefully they'll get that back from him, as we got to go to the backstage area and check in. Back to Rick Steiner's locker room. All right, getting ready.
Oh.
What in the? What? What did he put on those glasses?
Coach! Coach!
Calling for the trainer.
Coach!
We're gonna be right back.
Okay, Booker T, you won your tag team match earlier on. As a result, here tonight, you get to meet the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, and the possibility of becoming the new WCW champion.
You know, Gene, not in my wildest dreams. I thought I'd walk into this arena, this venue tonight, and have a chance to walk out the world's heavyweight champion. On Sunday night, it's going to be strictly business when I beat up on Canyon. But tonight, it's going to be my pleasure to walk into that ring and beat Jeff Jarrett for the 1, 2, 3. Now, can you dig that?
You didn't think it was going to happen, did you? I set another human being on fire. I can still smell his flesh burning. And every ounce of my subhuman frame feels no remorse about any of this. Flesh burning. I ruined Sting's life.
And we are still on
Sting, when a loved one looks at you and sees your scars, and when you look in the mirror, you can't wake up from this nightmare, you're going to remember me. And I can still smell his flesh burning. There are still more souls money in your eyes. The nightmare is just beginning. And send his career straight to hell.
Step forward. This will never end. This will never end unless you embrace the demon within.
I beat you, Torborg. I beat you. And just like that actor before you, and I can still smell his flesh burning and buried in a coffin.
What is that up above? Look! Look! Could that be? He's up in the same location.
Is it possible?
Where he fell.
Up in smoke. Sting.
The mask of Sting remains in the burn unit, but what about Sting? We have seen the Spectre, the Dark Spectre, hanging above, following Vampiro everywhere. The graveyard match, as we know, is coming up in 4 days against the Demon, Vampiro and the Demon. Well, fans, we have been told next we're supposed to have Mike Austin, Rick Steiner, but right now Rick Steiner is undergoing some medical attention by Coach Danny Young, so we're not so sure about his condition. We'll update you on his condition and if, in fact, the match can take place. But, Mike, yesterday on Independence Day, we had a chance to do a one-on-one interview with a great man and a great wrestler in Hacksaw Jim Duggan at his home.
Yeah, appropriately enough, Tony, a true patriot on the 4th of July, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, a man who has battled through so much adversity in and out of the ring, and I think you're going to find the responses to some very tough questions very intriguing.
Okay, let's hear from the one and only Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh,
please. Conducted yesterday.
Jim and Deborah Duggan, we want to thank you very much for allowing the access of the WCW cameras here into your beautiful home in Florida. Jim, after what went down recently on Nitro involving yourself and Goldberg, we need an update. We need to find out how you're doing both physically as well as emotionally.
Well, the good news, Mike, is physically I'm doing pretty good. The doctors found out that I had a couple cracked ribs and a little internal bleeding, so they were able to take care of that relatively quickly. Emotionally now, it's a little bit of a different story. You know, when you get in the ring with a man like Goldberg, it's almost a life-threatening situation. And when I think of all the things I have to lose now with my 2 beautiful little girls and my wife, we still have a lot of bridges to cross emotionally.
Jim, when you stood up to Goldberg, bottom line, you ignored your own physical well-being. We all know about the battle that you had with cancer. We all witnessed your wife, Deborah, who was at the event last week. She was begging you not to go out. We know that your 2 lovely daughters, Celia, Rebecca, were forced to watch this horrible incident. And Jim, in light of all that, what would drive a man? What would possess a man to go out there and face a machine like Goldberg?
Well, Mike, that's kind of hard to explain. You know, my whole life there's not been a man that I've been afraid of. And I've always said a man has to do what a man has to do, especially when a guy like the Cat is going to try to intimidate Hacksaw Jim Duggan out of doing something. You know, I also figure, Mike, I'm 6'3", 280 pounds. I've been wrestling professionally for 20 years. I'm not a walk in the park for anybody. So there's no way I'm just going to back away from Bill Goldberg or anyone else.
There's a lot of people that say that Jim Duggan is the last of the good-hearted people in this business. It's a profession that's rife with politics, backstabbers, people like Russo, people like Bischoff, and Goldberg. Has that politics and has that backstabbing affected your love for your profession?
No way, Mike. I've always loved this sport. I always will love this sport. You know, I think the WCW is just an extension of society today. There's a lot of bad, evil people in everything. But you know, folks, there's also a lot of good people out there. And I've been in the WCW before Russo got here, and I'll be in here at the WCW after Russo's gone.
And Jim, one final question if we can. We need to find out about the future of Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the sports entertainment world. What do you have left to offer the World Championship Wrestling Organization as well as the fans of WCW?
Well, Mike, the fans are great. You're the one that makes this all possible. You've enabled me to wrestle for 20 years, and you folks out there helped me through the hardest time, the most traumatic time in my life, the cancer ordeal. So there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to let down the fans of the WCW and just walk away. You folks haven't seen the last of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Jim, good luck. You know we're all behind you.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
Coming for you, David. Coming for you, David. David.
Crowbar still looking the backstage area for David Flair. Now, where's Daphne in all this?
Bingo. Got it.
Bingo?
What, you two-timing piece of crap?
Look at this.
You want to frame somebody? Huh? You want to frame some? Get out to that ring.
He was in the arms of Miss Hancock. Well, of course he was. Where are they? Are they coming to the ring? Oh, no. Let's go to Mean Gene.
Like it or not, Jeff Jarrett, tonight you're going to be defending the WCW World Heavyweight crown against Booker T. As a matter of fact, going into the Bash at the Beach this Sunday, you may not even be the champion.
It's been a while since our last interview. Hasn't it been,
Yeah.
Jurassic slap ass? I forgot how much I missed your stupid little remarks. As far as Booker T goes, he can work himself up to the top all he wants to. The fact is, he's not even a contender to this title, my title. If you think I'm overlooking Booker T and looking past him and concentrating more on Hogan and retiring his ass this Sunday at Bash at the Beach, well, you damn right I am. And before I go, I want you to hand deliver a message to the kitty cat. Tell him he's got himself into something he's going to wish he never did. So choke on that, Slappy.
All right, that's Coach Danny Young, our trainer. Look
Coach,
at the eyes.
I know who did this. I'm gonna eat his lunch. Eyes are no eyes, Coach.
His eyes are red and swollen, but he's still going to come to the ring. Let's go back to Monday night. When he was diverting Daphne's attention was David Flair, while Miss Hancock was in the clutch of the Crowbar.
What a con man. What a swerve artist this David Flair is. Daphne found out, and she poured the Pepto-Bismol all over his head, but you see that the con man had placed the clippers in the hands of Crowbar, trying to frame him.
What they meant about frame-up, Crowbar didn't cut her head. It was David Flair, and it was Miss Hancock that cut the hair of the man's own fiancée, Brain.
Well, some things you just have to do in life.
Please.
You know? Well, you ask me a question.
I shouldn't have
If she gets out of line, if she's too pushy, too nosy, wants to know more about your personal life, maybe you have to take matters in your own hands and just flip it off the past.
He's engaged to her. He's engaged to Daphne, and he's in lust with Miss Hancock.
This is an impromptu match. This was not scheduled. This was pulled out by Crowbar. He pulled him right out of the locker room area. And we have seen that Miss Hancock was running behind them with a lead pipe in her hand. We haven't seen her in the ring area yet. And that's probably lucky for these guys.
Now the personal issues involving the women, Miss Hancock and Daphne, to be settled Sunday at Bash in the Beach when they go one-on-one in a wedding gown match. Tear the wedding gown off your opponent to win.
Boy, I want to tell you, that is worth the price of admission right there.
Worth the price of the pay-per-view.
You're not kidding. Tear the wedding gown off the other leg. It was a smart move by David Flair that time. Let's see if he can follow this up. Crowbar up on top. Oh, a great move.
Superplex off the top by David Flair.
This has become vastly personal between these two men. And I wonder what's going to the mind of David Flair, knowing that the woman that he's in love with, apparently, Miss Hancock, will face the one he's engaged with in a wedding gown dress. Does the winner get David? Is that part of the prize?
Uh-oh. Would that be a prize?
I guess it would be.
Comes a woman with a lead pipe.
And she hands that lead pipe to David for extra leverage on this figure four he's got on. 1 and 2, and Crowbar all that he can muster to set up. And the referee finally sees the lead pipe. She's a dangerous woman, I can tell you that. She's beautiful. There's no question. A poison roll up 1, 2. Crowbar almost won the thing.
With help.
And now he's going to shove back to the referee. Shoves him down. 1, 2. Crowbar almost gets pinned.
Both wrestlers on the verge of victory with an assist from referee Billy Silverman.
Now Miss Hancock is going to get in the ring. Lead pipe and all. She goes to hit Crowbar. Put the brakes on that time by the referee with a low blow on the left side of the ring. There you see it by David. There's Daphne.
Oh, don't let her have that pipe. She'll go nuts. She is nuts.
Daphne.
It's a tug-of-war between the two.
Whoa. And Miss Hancock took the bump. And now Daphne, red hair and all, is in. Listen to her screaming.
Yeah. Get her on.
This is another impromptu match within an impromptu match. And she's got clippers on. She's gonna cut the hair of Miss Hancock. Little payback. And she shoves David away.
David Flair got between the two of them.
Miss Hancock running for her life. And Crowbar's got the lead pipe. The referee's looking at the women. Crowbar in the midsection of David Flair. The girls have gone.
Dropped him down with the mind bender.
1, 2, 3. Crowbar wins. And maybe, I don't know, a measure of revenge. Miss Hancock is gone. Daphne still lurking somewhere. Now wait a minute, David Pinter's
Daphne, get down here. You gotta hear something. Daphne, get down here.
Oh, Miss Hancock's come back.
And you better listen real good.
I'm gonna ask you 2 simple questions. And if you do not answer me with the truth, I'm gonna wind up and your head's gonna be out there in the 12th row.
He means it.
Tell me, who shaved her head? Who was it? Who was it?
I'm sorry. She made me do it.
So who did it? Who did it?
She did it.
He just...
Number 2, are you or are you not messing around on Daphne?
No.
I'll wind up, your head's gonna go right out there.
Come on.
You better tell the truth right now.
I'm sorry, I did it. I did it.
So, now that that's all squared away, there really is nothing keeping you from putting your head out in the 3rd row. Batter's up, baby.
He's gonna do it. Oh, Daphne smacks David Flair. David Flair hung Miss Hancock out to dry on this.
Daphne!
He blamed her for it.
I only wanted you to hear the truth.
Well, at least he got the truth out. But guess what's gonna happen on Sunday? 2 angry women will go at each other's wedding gown.
And that's a confused Crowbar that just went and chased to the back.
David Flair did the right thing.
He was slightly gay.
He pointed the finger at someone else.
Yeah, he lied when he was exposed.
Lie your tail off.
All right, and you understand that we are going to have the match. Rick Steiner's eyes and all. Mike Awesome, Rick Steiner, he is still not 100%. Pouring water, can he survive? Coming up next.
So right here?
No, higher.
Where? Right in here?
Higher.
Miss Hancock apparently got injured.
What do you think you're doing? She's out a window, touch her leg?
David, she said she was hurt. Let me just check her out.
What do you think you're doing? You're not touching her.
No, she said she was hurt.
Oh, look at this.
That funny? That funny?
What?
Don't touch her.
That's Danny Young, our trainer.
He's just doing his job, and this David Flair just went right over the edge, and now he's going to shave the head of our trainer.
You know what? If I didn't know better, it looked like she's trying to get him jealous. Little payback. Oh, you think that's funny? Well, Monday night, here Mike Awesome claims he has a win over Scott Steiner, who was suspended, who was not even there. But what he failed to realize was there was another Steiner in the building, Mike.
Well, what a hollow victory for Mike Awesome. But remember what the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner said. When you call out a Steiner, make sure that both of us are not in the building.
And then he sent him on the outside. Well, Mike Awesome will get Scott Steiner on Sunday for the U.S. title, who was not in the building Monday, who is not here tonight, but will be there Sunday, suspended by the cat for use of the Steiner recliner until Sunday. And now the career killer must take a man who he knocked down a few notches already here tonight with some sort of liquid, some sort of substance on the sunglasses that had burned his eyes. He being Rick Steiner.
What a position for Rick Steiner to be put in. Obviously coming out here for this matchup against Mike Awesome at much less than 100%. I mean, almost impossible to wrestle when you can't see, Brain.
But if you know anything about Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner, the Steiner brothers, he could have no eyes. He could be blinded. He could have his ears ripped off. If he's going to fight a man, he's going to get in that ring. And he's got an idea who did it. And Rick Steiner, blind or not, is still one of the toughest men on the face of this earth.
I agree with all of that, Brain, but I want to tell you, Mike Awesome has been like a buzzsaw through opponents since arriving into WCW back in the month of April. Mike Awesome may be the man, if anybody could, to beat Scott Steiner and get the United States Championship away from him this coming Sunday. Not many people have been... Oh, big splash there by Awesome. 1, 2, Rick Steiner. That time reactive.
And can you imagine what must be going through the mind of Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner? He can't be too happy with everything that's went down. How smart is it to fire up a loose cannon like Scott Steiner just 4 days away from Bash at the Beach?
It's not smart at all. It's very, very dangerous. And I'll tell you something about this Awesome. For the short time he's been here, he has made a name for himself.
Yeah, he has been literally awesome. 1, 2! And Steiner almost got the pin. How about a pair of lowlifes like a David Flair, who obviously admitted that he'd been running around on Daphne, and how about Miss Hancock trying to get David jealous in the back? Well, she's trouble. Speaking of trouble on the outside now, up against the safety rail goes the back of Rick Steiner.
Awesome's looking for something.
Well, what do you think that would be?
Sledgehammer, table.
Well, his
pipe,
trademark
chair.
was the table.
The table. The table out. Rick Steiner down on all fours, blinded. Obviously, eyes burning, swollen.
What kind of an individual do you have to be to take advantage of someone like Rick Steiner, whose eyes are partially blinded? And now Rick Steiner showing that great determination, the guts and courage, just getting back into the ring.
Yeah, and what kind of man would answer the call to go up against his opponent knowing that he's blinded, that he can't see? Oh, no. He was going to try to take the table, and it's Austin that goes crashing, shoulder, head first to the table.
Look, Steiner can't find him. He's not sure where he's at.
But he goes down the bottom of your screen for the steel chair.
Found a chair.
They're going to lay him out for his brother for this Sunday. The referee, Mark Slick Johnson, pulled the chair away, and he sprayed that substance in his eyes. He sprayed it, and then he hit him.
Believe it.
Flashed him 1, 2, 3, and he beat him.
I'll tell you, Scott Steiner's not going to like this. You know, Steiners, they can fight each other. But you do something to a Steiner, then you do it to both Steiners.
And they just have come back together. They seem to have been closer now than ever before in the last couple of years. And now Rick sprayed in the eyes. That could leave serious damage.
Twice.
Yeah, but spraying it directly into his eyes.
That's scary.
Oh, you're not kidding us. This is a bad situation. Well, next, Jeff Jarrett puts the gold belt, the WCW title on the line against pound for pound, maybe the greatest athlete we've seen in a long time. Booker T and Jeff Jarrett for the strap next. Can Booker T win the world title? There is no question Booker T has been a fighter and a leader with the past couple of weeks, Mike, today.
That's really been the key. Getting the troops together as we saw Monday on Nitro. Booker T really taking advantage of this leadership position.
Coming in to help out Kevin Nash. He went right for Canyon. Picks Canyon up on Thunder recently, put him down. He and Canyon scheduled to go at it coming up at Bash at the Beach.
And then you saw what went down earlier tonight with Booker T advancing by being the man who scored the pinfall in that tag team match, and he's got a shot at the chosen one in the world's heavyweight title.
And somewhere in this world is Hulk Hogan watching. And believe me, he's pacing. And he's wondering, is it going to be Booker T or is it going to be Jarrett? We know as much as you do, Hogan.
Couple of big reminders about Thunder on Tuesday the 19th, or make that Wednesday the 19th of July. A live at Thunder originating from the Breslin Center in East Lansing, Michigan. Fans in Michigan get tickets to that event. On Tuesday the 25th of July, a taping of Thunder at the Civic Center in Wheeling, West Virginia. We'll see you in Wheeling on Tuesday, July 25th. And then on Tuesday, August 1st at the Holman Center, Terre Haute, Indiana. A taping of Thunder coming to Terre Haute. Tickets, all the box office, usual ticket outlets. And don't forget this coming Monday Nitro in Jacksonville, Florida, the Coliseum. The day after Bash at the Beach in Daytona Beach this coming Sunday.
Incredible pressure on the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett. Many people calling the scheduled matchup with Hogan this Sunday at Bash at the Beach the biggest bout of Jeff Jarrett's career. But standing in his way, you talked about the super athlete, Tony. It's exactly what he is. And Booker T has a chance to win the world's heavyweight title here tonight on this program.
And I believe he's held every title here at WCW except the World Heavyweight Championship. He's ready. People in the back say he's ready. They said this could be what really pushes Booker T over the edge.
Could he realize his destiny? Will it be Booker T, Hulk Hogan, as well as Booker T and Canyon? I said earlier, any man in that tag team, that four-way we had earlier, would gladly do double duty coming up at Bash at the Beach this Sunday. The one man that can't do it, Booker T, this coming Sunday. There's the belt. Charles Robinson, the referee, assigned. Booker T has every ability in the world. He can do it. Everyone knows he can, but will he? If not, what would Jeff Jarrett, under the banner of the New Blood, pull out of his hat to prevent it? Hulk Hogan watching on. Hulk Hogan, who's not 100%, but who will be at Bash at the Beach this Sunday.
And again, remember who was behind this matchup. the commissioner, the cat, because he's the one that laid down the ruling at the top of tonight's program that the person that scored the pinfall in that tag match would advance, and now it's Booker T's opportunity.
A man full of power, if you will. We're talking about the cat. Booker T extending those very powerful legs to get the momentum behind that shoulder block that took Jeff Jarrett down. But you can see Jeff Jarrett's very focused as well, Brain. You saw the eyes in that close-up. He's come to do battle as well.
Well, he realizes what's at stake, and that's his world championship. He's got to get back by this big, tough man. Plus, he's got Hogan. He's got a lot of things on his mind. If he can make it to Hogan.
Booker T using that athletic ability, and out goes Jeff Jarrett. Now Booker T is not waiting on the inside. He's giving chase. The big double axe handle from the apron of the ring down on Jeff Jarrett.
And now, look at this. Booker T just took the chosen one, Jarrett, and sent him chest first right into the safety rail. And now to the broadcast table right in front of us.
The man formerly a tag team specialist on the night that he could become the champion of the world. You can almost see it's within his grasp. So many things can happen. In the course of a world title bout, we have seen many of them. But more times than not, it's raw athletic ability that prevails in the end. Booker T sent in by Jarrett. Sleeper, not a bad move at all. Early in this matchup, center of the ring for the Chosen One world champion.
Great move here by the Chosen One to counteract what's been quite an offensive flurry, but Booker T's able to turn things around. Jarrett's ready for it.
Jarrett to the knee. Now a figure four. From a sleeper to a figure four. Two submission-type maneuvers in a row.
I don't think Booker's close enough to the ropes. I don't think he can get to the ropes.
What Jarrett wants to do here, Mike, is wear him down early in the match.
Very smart move by the Chosen One. Figure four leg lock applied. And Booker T desperately needs to get either a rope break or try and turn things around here against Jarrett.
If Jarrett just had him another 3 feet to the left there, he'd be right centered, smack dab in the middle of that ring, no place to go.
We are seeing the willpower of a Booker T right here. 1, 2, and a 2 count. He escaped that time. Almost let his guard down 1 second too long, but did not, and the fans are behind Booker T. Booker T trying to roll him over now.
If Jarrett could lock that left leg in underneath, he'd have him locked in there. He can't. I think his legs are too long.
Yeah, and Booker T's legs too powerful, too thick, too muscular. Big quadriceps on Booker T, but Jeff Jarrett wisely stays with the pressure on the leg near the knee of Booker T as he tries to get to his feet. I want to tell you, fans, exciting week for WCW. A great Monday Nitro was out of control. Tonight, excitement plus ending with this world title bout. And what about Sunday night? You got Goldberg and Nash for Scott Hall's contract. You got Hogan waiting for the man who's going to win this one here. Can Hogan realize it again? Will it be Booker? Will it be Jarrett? A lot of questions and a lot of answers hopefully coming up. And as always, a lot of surprises. Things you don't expect always happen in a WCW pay-per-view. Who's going to get buried in the graveyard match?
So many questions to be answered in just 4 days, and what a mid-ring collision between Jarrett and Booker T. And Jarrett first to his feet.
Who will get buried here? Will it be Jarrett? Will Booker T come through? Booker T pounding away, back to his feet, shutting out the pain, hammering Jeff Jarrett. He's got him into the midsection with a firm knee, and now the axe kick.
Great adrenaline rush by Booker T. Follows up the axe kick, up to his feet.
Could be beginning the end.
We got a new champion, guys.
1, 2, 3.
Only two, Tony.
Oh, I thought he had a 3.
I did too. That was close.
Holy smokes, many fans standing up at ringside thought so as well. Booker T right now is on fire. Oh, one critical mistake.
Jarrett is so good. He set him up on that. He knew how far he was away from the ropes. He learned. Look at this. Canyon
down here.
Oh, no.
Interference on the part of Canyon. That was blatant.
And the referee never saw it. He never saw it.
With a bogus diamond cutter.
But did the cat see it?
Jarrett had the referee. I think Jarrett knew what was going on. Canyon has come in. He's running for Booker T. 1, 2, 3. This is a travesty of justice. The man would have won this thing. And he was jobbed out of it by a DDP impersonator.
Would you do bet on him?
No, I'm sorry. But I thought Booker T could have won the thing.
I
So close was Booker T. But in the end, because of the... Wait a minute.
Wait a minute! Hey, Chris Canyon, didn't I tell you no interfering?
Yeah, you did.
Didn't I tell you that's no interfering in any of my matches? I want you to get your DDP-looking ass out of here.
There you go.
Don't you even think about it.
That may not be so bad after all.
No, referee! Referee, I want you to restart this damn match right now.
Yeah! Oh, yeah!
I don't think that's right.
What do you mean? Booker T's got
I
another
want you
chance.
to restart this match right now, referee.
Why haven't he had the best opportunity of a lifetime?
Right coming into it.
It's in the ring. It's in the ring. Start the match over right now.
A lot of bad feelings between these two right here.
You're selling this match right here.
There has been all night.
Oh, and here comes Booker. The bell had sounded. Charles Robinson has restarted the match, but they got to get back in the ring.
Booker still has another chance to become champion of the world. Hogan must be really pacing now.
Who's it going to be? It's on. The match has been restarted.
Here it comes. Roll up.
1, 2. He kicked out. He kicked out. He kicked out.
And I'll tell you guys, when Booker T gets that second win, he's usual. You can't beat him. You can't beat a man like that.
Let's see if that's the case. Collapses on him, but only gets a 2. Booker T has really kicked it into 6th gear here.
And everyone is standing here.
Foot to the face. Fans realize that Booker T can win it. Power slam.
Now's the time to put him away. Guys, we've seen the Cat show his fairness tonight here on Thunder in restarting this match. I'm shocked. Missile drop.
He's got him. He's got him.
It's over. 1, 2. Now foot's on the rope. And Booker T inadvertently put it on himself.
Dummy.
When he hooked the leg, he draped the foot over the bottom rope. That was so unfortunate.
Dummy.
You can almost feel the possibility of an upset in the air, although Jarrett certainly turned things around right there. Just up the but he just got Robinson.
Down goes Charles Robinson. Was that on purpose?
Excellent.
Oh, there's the bookend. The bookend, but there's no referee.
1, 2, 3. The fans counted with Booker. He should have won it now.
Doesn't matter. The referee has to count.
You're right. It doesn't matter. What's Cat doing
It's like
now?
he's taking the referee's shirt off the referee.
I guess either that or he's choking the referee. I don't know. The match goes on in the ring. Jarrett came back up with a belt.
1,
Harlem
2.
sidekick.
He got him again.
He's got a counter. 1, 2.
No.
Was it 3?
No.
Oh, no, only 2.
2
No.
count. He's calling it down the middle. He said only 2, and it was so close.
Never seen anything closer.
Now Booker. Oh, an uppercut by Jarrett. He sends Booker on the outside. The Cat. Oh! He wipes the Cat out with the guitar.
Get out of there, Jeff. Get out of there.
Wait a minute. Oh, come on. The referees come in the ring. The referees, they're calling for the bell, or are they? Yes, they're going to disqualify Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, but he's still the champion.
Booker don't want it like that. He don't want it like that.
It's Jarrett and Hogan.